All right, more about crazy Mount Shasta. Hey everybody, if you're here, I'm assuming you like camping, outdoors, biking, hiking, stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you about campgrounds and something that just came up. My daughter was going to go camping up at Mount Shasta. I was going to go, but I decided not to go. And when I heard about these two cases at this same campground she's going to, I had to get into it and dive deep. And the other thing, at the end of this, I'm going to tell something about another missing person story there, but I've going to combine them all together and just make it simple rather than chop it up into a bunch of videos and make them small. So let's get into that. But my daughter was going to go up to a place called Twin Arrows Campground and check it out. Dispersed camping right at Mount Shasta, just south of Mount Shasta. I've been through there a whole bunch of times, never camped at that campground. And so I'm looking into it and stuff because a friend of mine who lives up there says, hey, look into that campground. They've had some issues. And sometimes people from town will camp there, you know. And I said, okay, well, I'll look into it. And I did, and here's what I found, and this is interesting stuff. Now, this is back in 2017. There was a little boy, seven months old, found dead in the car, the parents' car. Now, for some reason, it's sketchy. You can check it out. I'm going to put it in the description, the link. But the parents were just found sleeping in their tent. The sheriffs came. They had been there the night before, lots of loud music and noise going on, and there were some other people there. But when they got there in the morning, dead child in the car, the sibling found the boy, and so you've got a one who's just like another child, I think he was 12. No names in this case at all, but it's in there. You can look it up. I'll show you. And the other thing is the party the night before, real suspicious. Parents sleeping in the tent, dead kid. Never any conclusion to that case. And so that's a really interesting one. 2017, I think it happened in July. And so the next case, so it gets interesting because these are both at the same campground. Check it out, look it up. Next case is Ashley Starr. And this was in 2022. I think she was from Redding, and they were hiking, her and her boyfriend, up at a lake just near Shasta and this campground, that dispersed camp spot where they were, where they found the child dead. Now, the thing about this case is they found her dead 2 days after she was reported missing from her boyfriend. But the thing is she was last seen with her boyfriend. He said they were hiking and got separated and came back to report her missing. But her car was never found. Sketchy details. Now dive into this with me because I've been looking it up and I can't find anything on her car. I can find everything on the case, names and everything. Ashley Starr, her boyfriend's name, you can look it up. I can't remember it. It's written down. I'll put it in the description. Siskiyou County Sheriff, look it up, Ashley Starr, and they found her up by a lake. Now, another interesting thing about that is the boyfriend was just cleared. I mean, they just never really questioned him. Well, maybe they did, right? But we don't know much more than that. Yeah, real quick is David Benford, Terry Knight, disappeared around Mount Shasta, pretty close. And another thing is Jerry Parker, who I'm going to talk about. He parked his car near Mount Shasta, took off into the woods. Nobody ever found Jerry. They found his car, but he was sick. And I want to talk about David Benford and some of the comments he made in his videos about not feeling well. And maybe they just took off into the woods and decided to fall asleep. So this is one I wanted to help with, especially since my daughter was going to go up there. And I love camping like you guys and campgrounds. And every time I'm in a campground, I'm thinking, I wonder what happened here. You know, that's always kind of been an issue. So, help me out with that one. And the other thing is, I've got two cases that I'm going to talk about soon. One of them is a follow-up on missing cyclist Terry Knight. And so look in the description, and I'll put a link in there for just a short that I'm going to do on that. That's coming up. So Mount Shasta, lots coming up because I'm trying to get more details on this. And I asked my daughter when she goes up there, obviously not to camp there, but to check it out, get any more information, and stop by my friend's house and talk to him because He's got all sorts of stories about that area, missing people. And you know, the reason I tell you these stories is because I go there all the time. That's my haunt, you know, Tectonic Travelers haunts. So please like and subscribe and follow me for this series of lots of stories, and hit the like button, and we'll go from here, and lots more coming. Thank you for watching.